What's good? You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's good? What's good, John? What's good? I'm just here for a little bit, for as long as I can be. Y'all know how I am. Let me switch the audio because I know the mic. I put that shit. I can hear myself echo. I put that shit hella low for when I play Marvel Rivals so the audio could be equalized. But now because Persona 5 don't want to have no audio settings, you know what I'm saying? I just have to live with that, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta turn up the mic pretty much all the way. If I do it all the way, it's gonna be peaking all the time, so that's why I don't I don't do it like that, but I do it like one below max. One below max is what I do. But yeah, so I be here. It's been a minute, but doesn't it always? Hasn't it always been a minute? Every time I stream, it's been a minute. Hasn't it always been? It's been 10 days, okay? Well, I'm gonna say 12 days because the Extremely Rare Sunday pod, Escape pod got hacked, you know what I'm saying? Ollie Bob over here doing some hacked escape pod, so, it is what it is. So, they just took over that shit. I couldn't do it on that Sunday, but Ooga booga. Yo, Arsene, the pillager of Twilight. Arsene! What's going on? I haven't seen you in a long time, Arsene. I haven't seen you this whole year, actually. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and maybe Happy Birthday. I don't know, but it's been a while. There's been a couple things going on, and it's been a while, so. Dog, you stream while I'm in school. Dang, bruh. It be like that, though, you know what I'm saying? But it's prime time, though. It's prime time to stream, though. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I'm streaming while you at school. I just got out of school, bruh. Every time class is over on Thursdays, I just rush home. I'll be driving home so I can get here in time to do an escape pod. Just a little bit of an escape pod because, I got to. See, this energy that I got, I just need to release it. I've been storing it, accumulating it over the whole week, you know what I'm saying? But I release it. It is unleashed when I stream, you know what I'm saying? I gotta leave in 4 minutes. Dang, bro, he probably on his lunch break. This dude Arsene probably just eating lunch, you know what I'm saying? He probably just like fucking eating one of them pizza bagels. I don't know. He eating like the Italian trio where like a third of the food is only like the good part, and that's the mozzarella stick. The other part is just kind of weird, some weird nasty ravioli shit. He probably eating some Italian trio. He probably eating that nasty ass corn dog. He eating a corn dog with milk. That motherfucker said he probably eating some goddamn. He probably eat that nasty ass pizza they got over there. Sometimes the pizza's the best thing in the school lunch. Sometimes it is because the other food is just that garbage. I can't think of the worst thing. I think the worst thing the food. I think the burger is the worst thing, bro. That burger just tastes weird. That burger, that burger just tastes weird. We have no corn dogs. The pizza is ass. All the food sucks. That sucks. I didn't hate the pizza. It wasn't great, but I didn't hate the pizza. And sometimes I would get the pizza because it would just be better than some of the other things that they had today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of anything on the top of my head right now, but some of the food was just really whack. And I'm just like, I don't want to eat this shit. Nobody want to eat this dang shit, bro. Oh, the fucking tacos are nasty, bro. They're just nasty, bro. They just don't taste right. Those nachos always taste bad, bro. I would just eat the chip, bro, because the cheese and the meat on the nachos just nasty, bro. Nasty. The chicken is bouncy, bro. It's literal rubber. Gamu gamu no! Gamu gamu no! Gamu gamu no! Gum gum! Gomu gomu no! Gomu gomu no! Look at that, bro! That chicken Luffy. That's that Luffy chicken, bro. They got that gum gum fruit in the chicken, man. Oh, hell no. Dang, I gotta leave it. All right, Arsene, you take care of yourself. You ever go on, bro? Good luck at school. You better keep it with all your classes, bro. I already want to quit, and the semester just started. I already want to quit. I want to kill myself, but it's fine. You gotta push through. You know what I'm saying? But see you later. It's not that bad. I just feel like school is the biggest obstacle for me in life, just because like it's the biggest thing preventing me from doing my purpose, which is this. So I gotta maneuver my way through school and work and then do this, you know. So it's just it is what it is, what it is. It is what it is, what it is. But yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't seen y'all in like pretty much more than a week and a half, and I'm just here to say what's up. You know, I'm just trying to say what's up. I don't know if I'm gonna play any of the game. That's why I'm just gonna say it's your boy Rod stream. Oh no, I was gonna name it that, but I didn't do what's up stream. But if nobody joins within the next 10 minutes, and nobody wants to see it, I'm gonna just go play some Marvel Rivals with that boy Jason, and that might just be what it have to be. Cause I when was the last time I progressed a lot last time on Persona? I remember what was it? Yeah, we got hacked. I progressed a lot, so I don't feel like I have a need to like progress any further anytime soon. Even though I should be like, you know, try to like finish this game. You know, funny thing about that is, it was my sister's quinceañera recently, and I was gonna give her Persona 5. I already have the game. I have the game for the Switch. I just gotta wrap it up because I bought some last minute. Okay, last minute I bought some Persona 5 wrapping because I was like, yo, I gotta make this Persona 30 look clean for the quinceañera. So Persona 5 wrapping paper, and then I also got like a calling card. I got a calling card, a customized calling card, and with a message that says, let me see if I can read that message verbatim. Verbatim. Let me see. Actually, let me check on the dang delivery. I want to see when that shit gonna get delivered. When is that going to be delivered to me? That's what I'm interested in knowing. Customized calling card. Oh, it got shipped. All right, nice. So this is what. So I did like a whole little message on her quinceañera thing, and I don't know if I should save it to like people here or if I could just say it right now. I mean, I might save it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say that story for later. But just know, it was a lot I had to do. It was such a headache, but you know, my little sister had fun, and that's to me that's the biggest thing. That's like the only thing. The only thing that mattered to me is that my little sister was having fun, and my mom she had the party and she liked it, and she can have something to talk about forever. That to me is the only thing that mattered to me. Like for the whole thing, like to me, it would have been. If I gotta be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the quinceañera at start. We've been playing this since like I don't know, like May, like early May. I wasn't a big fan of quinceañera at the start, but neither was my mom really initially. But my little sister wanted it, so I was like, all right, you know what? I gotta push all that, you know, negativity, that aside. You know what I'm saying? I gotta push it aside, and I gotta do what my little sister wants. You know, because like for as much as because you know, if anybody who knows me, I hate parties. Don't be inviting me to no parties, bro. I hate them. I absolutely despise parties. You know what I'm saying? I just never liked them, like in any shape or form. So don't even be inviting me to them shits, because I'm probably not gonna go. But so I was like, man, not only do I hate parties, but now we're gonna have to be hosting one as a quinceañera. That's even worse. I have to be at the party, and I have to be the one planning it and doing the stuff that make the party happen. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I was like, I'm gonna push all that childish sentiments aside, and I was like, I need to give my little sister what she wants, because it's not only what she wants. I also saw that my mom, she really wanted, like, you know, she always tells me stories about how like she wished she could have had a quinceañera in the past, and but she couldn't because they were like the financial situation wasn't there over in Peru, and you know, and I was like, yeah, you know, she said she always had the the desire to do it, especially for Sammy, because she's the only girl in the family. So I was like, you know what? Knowing that, I'm gonna definitely try to push for it. Not only just that, I'm gonna definitely try to push for it, because I know that if I don't push for it, it's not gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody who has like very little say in what happens in like familial affairs, right? Like I have like my word means nothing in this house. Like nobody takes what I say seriously, even if most of the time what I say is 100% fact, true. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nobody takes what I say seriously. But I don't really care. I don't mind because they can do whatever they want. Because as long as I'm doing this streaming stuff on the side and they don't know, like I'm on some Spider-Man stuff with my secret identity, I'll keep that like the Fool's Act. I'll keep like that. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know. Like I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to do. You know best. I'll just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just let them like do they thing to prevent them from knowing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I need to do this like secret identity type shit. You heard? So that's what. So I was like, I got to push for it because I know my mom wants it, but she doesn't really have like the motivation to do it because if it's just her like wanting the party, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's a good idea. We should do it. For as much as I hated like saying that, I was like, yeah, we should do it. And then I was actually the one like really pushing forward because if I'm being honest, a big part of like why I also wanted to have this party is because let me rewind back to what happened in May, and like my cousin had a graduation party, and we had to go because we were like we visited over there to see her graduation, and her families like had a party, they did a whole party, and they invited people, whatever. So like we were already there, so we're gonna do the party, right? Obviously, I wasn't too stoked about it, but it is what it is. I gotta be there for family. But the thing is, like when we got there, bro, like I just absolutely hated it. Like I don't mean no disrespect. It was a great party. Like everything was set up nice. Like the food was good, the music was good, like the jive, the whole groove of the party was good. But I just don't like party. Like that part of me that like that's in my soul that just hates parties. Like they just deplores it completely. Just came out as soon as I was in there. So I was just with this like, oh my gosh, man, I don't want to do nothing, bro. I just want to stay here, bro. And I was around people I didn't know, apart from like I was sitting next to my brother and my sister, but like it was a big table, so there was like out of that whole table there was like 8 strangers, and I'm just like I don't want to talk. And then I was like, man, whatever, bro. Well, I want to say 8 strangers, bro. Around like 4 or 5, because like, but the people that I did know, like my cousins, they were talking to like them, and I was like, we're not talking to nobody. I was like, man, I fucking hate this all day, bro. And they were dancing. They were like, oh, you should go dance. And here's the thing that really messed me up, right? My little sister, she is kind of either or when it comes to parties. She can either love it or hate it, depending on who goes and who goes. Obviously, like any normal person would, right? But the thing about it is that how do I say this? So the party, she was more excited about this party. Not really excited, but she was. I guess she was kind of looking forward to this party because she had a new dress that she bought and she wanted to use it, right? And it was a nice dress. It looked like the dress that Hermione was wearing over there in the Goblet of Fire. And we call it the Hermione dress. That's what it looked like. It looked like the Goblet of Fire, the Buell dance Hermione dress. And it was a pretty nice dress. And she was so excited just to be in it, just to have a reason to be in it. So that's really the main reason why she wanted to go to the party, because she wanted a reason to have to use the new dress she got. So when she was there, she was like she was like, oh yeah, but then like automatically, I think my energy just fed into her because she also did not want to be like at that party. She like the moment she was there, she was just like, man, I don't want to be here either. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my energy just like fed up into like my brothers and my sister, because like everybody was just not feeling. Maybe it wasn't just me. Maybe I'm just putting too much blame on myself. Maybe it was just like the whole party. Like nobody just like wanted to do the party. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just there or whatever, right? So. But I was really upset. Like they might have been like uncomfortable, like whatever. But I was like kind of just like, I fucking hate this, bro. Like I was thinking that internally. I didn't say nothing. Whenever I'm angry, I just don't say nothing. I just don't say, because I'm like, why would I even bother bring that negativity outwards? I'm gonna just keep that inwards. You know what I'm saying? Because I can handle it. I can take it. I can handle all this negativity, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own biggest supporter. You know what I'm saying? Like like I can handle this. So. I did that, but I guess some of the energy just like escaped from me, and it just seeped into like my little sister, and she was also kind of like, I don't want to go to this party. It's lame. It's just da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, it is what it is. So I was kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. Even though I wanted to say, yes, it is. Like I hate this. Thank you. But I was like, yeah, because it's irresponsible for me to say something like that when a family member planned that party. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was just some random ass party that I didn't know, like yeah, I'd be like, yeah, it's whack. But a family member planned that party. It was in celebration of a family member. So like I'm not gonna say anything like that. You know, like obviously say, well, my little sister could say it because like she's like younger and like she's like a teenager. You know, they always say like these rashful things. So there was that whole thing, and then but then my what really okay. So let me like not get too far let me not get too far into it. But what really messed me up about that whole thing was that there was a time when it was time to dance for everybody, and they were just going up there, and they were like people would just start dancing or whatever. And I didn't want to. I don't know how to dance. I don't want to dance. Whatever. Like I am not a dancing person at all because I'm not a party person at all. You know what I'm saying? So they. But then like I remember my brother. He left. Like he was just outside. He didn't want to be in there. And then my other brother, he was just sitting there. He didn't want to. He never dances. Like as much as I don't dance, he never dances. Like that is just like a never. But like, and my little sister, she doesn't know how to dance, but she'll like move around and whatever, right? But like at that time, nobody was like in the mood to dance at all for like at our side, right? But my mom was like, so she was on another table. She was talking to everybody. She was trying to get to know. She was like, she was having like a yeah. She was talking to people. She was like socializing, networking, or whatever. And she was like, everybody started dancing. She was like, oh, you should go dance, Rod. And I'm not trying to dance. Like I was literally just like, I just shook my head like, and I kind of gave like a stank expression to her, which is kind of messed up for me. But at the moment, I was just like really upset. I was kind of just like think of like a stankier version of Dwayne the Rock's like thing, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of shaking my head like, mm-mm. And then like, yeah. But the thing I didn't realize at the time is that since I didn't want to dance or do anything like that, and I was with all this negative energy, my little sister reciprocated that same energy because she was like, because then my sister pointed, my mom pointed to my sister like, oh, so you're good, so you go ahead and dance, you go ahead, and my sister was like, no, no, no. So, but it wasn't at that moment that I realized, but it was much later, like thinking back on it. Later in the party, I was like, I saw my mom dancing with my dad, and they were like, having fun, like my aunt and uncle, they were just dancing, and it was like they were having fun, and I was like, okay, cool, they can have fun, but like the biggest thing is that like my mom usually dances. If anybody's gonna dance, it's my oldest brother who wasn't there because he was outside on a call, so he wasn't there. So she was looking for me. She was like relying on me so that I could go dancing, and at the time I didn't realize that if I were to go dancing up there, it was because like I would be dancing with her, and she would have a partner to dance with. Not to say that my dad wasn't gonna dance and be there. Like he obviously was, but like I just felt like with the moment I realized that, I just felt like such a failure. That like my mom was looking at me, was relying on me to do this one thing to just dance, and I didn't know I was gonna dance with her. But I was like, yeah, I could have danced with my mom. That would have been nice, and that would have incentivized my sister to dance. Because I know if I was gonna dance, I could have definitely dragged my sister up there too. But I was feeling all negative at the time, and I just ruined that whole opportunity. And I felt terrible because I was like, man, I can't even I can't even be mature enough to swallow down these negative emotions, to suppress all these negative emotions, all these childish sentiments enough to even go dance with my mom. And that really messed me up after. I was like, I couldn't even be mature enough to let all that go that was bothering me so that I can go dance with my mom. What kind of son, what kind of son would let his mom dance alone? That idea messed me up. That idea messed me up completely. No, she didn't dance alone, thankfully, because my dad was obviously there, right? But like at the time, that messed me up so much. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like I literally could have we could have had such a wonderful memory here if I was just wasn't this immature. And in this particular situation, I'm really mature when it comes to everything but parties. Like this is like the weakest. This is my weak link. Like I hate parties, and this is like I could. So that was like the worst accumulation of things that could have happened. Like this is like the only time I'll actually be immature about something when I'm at parties because I don't want to be there in general. But even so, even in my weakest time, I should still be man enough to push all that stuff that was bothering me so that I could get that opportunity. So that I could just perform and do that opportunity and make sure that we can have a good memory out of this. Like I could have and so in that sense I felt like a failure. So we ended up just staying seated the whole time, me and my sister, my brother, and I was just like, all right, well, we're not gonna dance, so let's go ahead and watch some Tom and Jerry. And I just put on my phone and watched Tom and Jerry. We're just randomly watching Tom and Jerry in the middle of the party, which is funny, you know. That's a funny memory. It's a good one, but like, I think what I should have done there was just swallow up my pride and just like be there for my mom. But I wasn't. I wasn't. I guess I wasn't mature enough in that situation, in that circumstance at that time. So yeah. So in that sense, I just felt like terrible. But it wasn't a complete disaster because I was still having a good time with my sister and my brother, just talking, watching Tom and Jerry, being all goofy, like. But had had I been able to go back in time, like if I could just go back in time right now, I would have completely switched that. It was still, it ended up still being a decent memory, having like just being with my sister and my brother, watching Tom and Jerry. But if I could just go back, I would definitely go dance. I would have definitely done that because I just felt so guilty and so bad that I wasn't even I wasn't able to do that at the time. So, but but that being said, that is just a preface because that is the sentiment that I had going into this quinceañera. When this quinceañera business was going on, was first starting, and the idea was first circling around my sister because she went to somebody else's quinceañera and she wanted to go. I was with that sentiment of like failure and regret, and I was like, okay, I failed in this moment, and I don't want to ever fail in that moment ever again. So I wish the next opportunity that is presented to me, I could redo everything, and this time I'll be able to do exactly what I need to do, what I should have done when I was in that previous situation. And then when my little sister said she wanted to quinceanera, I was like, this is my opportunity. This is my opportunity to show that I can be a reliable son, a reliable brother, and I could be there no matter what, despite the fact of how much I feel in that situation. I could just man up and make sure that the people around me are going to have the best time that they possibly can have. And that, to me, was an opportunity for me to do that. So that's why I was really pushing towards it. Because I was like, okay, my little sister wants a quinceanera, we can have that quinceanera. Absolutely. No questions asked. Because I wanted to prove to my family, to my mom more than anybody else, that when it comes to stuff like that, she could rely on me no matter what. Because in that moment, I failed. So that's why I wanted the quinceanera. I was like, okay, so I could be there and redeem myself, I guess. Like some Red Dead Redemption, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it really messed me up after that graduation party. So like after the whole thing was done, my little sister was like, man, that party was so whack. I brought this whole nice dress for no reason. And that really messed me up too. That further destroyed me because had I been mature enough to just go ahead and dance, I definitely could have brought my sister up there and she could have like had fun dancing. We didn't know what the fuck we were gonna do. We're just gonna do some random ass movements, but it would have been fun regardless. It just would have been a nice time, and my mom would have been nice. My mom would have been happy, and everybody would have been happy. And my little sister wouldn't have thought it was like a waste of time for her, like in her new dress, new suit. She would have had a happy moment, a happy memory attached to that dress. But instead, it didn't work out like that. So that's why I really wanted to prove myself when this quinceanera stuff was circling. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We have to do it. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be there every step of the way. And I was. So I did redeem myself. I think I did redeem myself, and I did dance. I was dancing in that house, so I did redeem myself. And I was like, a lot of things went wrong with the quinceañera because they didn't want to let me help. Like I was like, let's make a schedule. I'm gonna make the schedule, or if you can be here and we can talk about how the schedule's gonna be. And my mom was like, oh no, I'll go ahead and do it. And I was like, just let me know how the schedule is, all right? And I was like talking about it, and we decided on the schedule, so we made it, right? The day of the party, absolute disaster. Well, not absolute, but everything was just all over the place. She changed the schedule last second, so I'm over here scrambling, trying to like sort everything together, all these activities that we have planned, and everything. So I'm over here like scrambling, and it was just such a headache and such a nightmare the first half of the party because we were just playing catch up pretty much because we didn't know what my mom had in her mind because Lou's schedule was completely different. And that really ticked me off because I was like, we could have had a schedule down if they just let me in these conversations. But my mom was like, no, I'll go ahead. I was like, all right. And because of that, last second, I had to make a whole PowerPoint, like a whole video PowerPoint, like slideshow of my little sister and her pictures, and like of like, when she's growing up and everything like that. Last second, because I told them, look, if you want me to do a slideshow PowerPoint, I'll definitely do that. 100% no doubt. That's light work for me. I'm an editor. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that, but that's light work for me. But like, just let me pick out the photos because y'all are very specific on the photos that y'all want. All right, my mom was like, I want to see her from like her birth. I want to see her from like this time and this moment. I want to see her like when we were here. I want to see, what I'm saying? She had like this idea in her head. I was like, all right, fine. You don't want me to do it on my own with my own like utilities, fine. You find me the photos and I'll make the PowerPoint. She never found me the photos, and I kept reminding her. She never found me the photos, and I kept reminding her. I was like, all right. So at the very end, like the day before, I spent till like 4 a.m. making a video slideshow. This is the day before the quinceañera. I spent like till 4 a.m. doing like a last minute quinceañera video PowerPoint. And it turned out pretty fucking good for how rushed it was. But it turned out pretty fucking good if I say so myself. And so yeah. And because I was doing that, I wasn't able to help with some of the other things, but they still had me doing a bunch of other stuff that was just all over. It was just a big headache. And I was really upset, like, towards the middle of the quinceañera, because I was like, oh my gosh, this whole thing could have been way better if y'all just let me have some decisions and let me in the process of making this thing, all right? So that's why I was like upset. I was just like, I was so mad internally. I didn't say anything, but I was like so mad. I wasn't speaking to nobody. I was sitting away from everybody in this nice sofa because I was pretending to do some like tech stuff because I was putting the video on the projector. I was pretending to do some shit on my laptop. I was just like so done with it, bro. But then, I was so done with it. I didn't eat anything the whole day, but I was so done with it. I wasn't even hungry anymore. Like that's how mad I was. I wasn't even hungry anymore. But despite all that, the moment everybody started dancing, the moment there was a section where like, all right, everybody can dance if they want to, they can go in the front, they can start dancing. The moment that happened, I was like, look, this is exactly what happened back then, back in May, in that graduation party where you weren't mature enough, despite the fact of how correct and justified and angry you are. No matter what, that doesn't matter. You gotta man up and make sure this experience is the best for everybody. It doesn't matter that a lot of the fault falls on their end, and you were just doing the best you could, given like the ability that you had, and they restricted on you. It doesn't matter how much you're in the right, and they're in the wrong. You gotta man up and make sure they have a good time no matter what. And I did. And the moment I told myself that, I was like, I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm not gonna be that failure for my family, for my mom, ever again. So I was like, the moment they started dancing, I went up there immediately, pretty much, which was a surprise to everybody because everybody was looking at me like, what? he looked so mad, or like he wasn't saying anything, he wasn't talking to anybody, but now he's over here dancing all happy. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in my duty, my responsibility, no matter how upset I was in the time, to push that aside and make sure that everybody was having a great time. And because I was doing that, and it actually worked to my favor, because since I was the one who was like not, I was clearly not enjoying the party, because everybody was looking at me like at the side, like kind of like all angry, like just like, but silent, right? But since I was like one of the first ones to go dance, then everybody started dancing. Then everybody was like, look, if he's gonna dance, I might as well dance too, you know what I'm saying? It was so much so that my brother, who never dances, I went up to my grandma and I was like, look, I would just say that you want to dance with my brother just so I could get him up there. And she was like, all right, okay, okay, okay. And then she was like, okay. And then he ended up actually going up there, you know what I'm saying, dancing for a little bit. So even that, so that to me is like, it worked better than I thought it would, because that inspired even somebody who never dances to dance. So the fact that I was mad worked to my favor in the end, and everybody was having a good time. So to me, I succeeded. I redeemed myself, and I'm glad that my little sister enjoyed the quinceanera, and everything went great after that. I was enjoying the party. Everybody was enjoying it. Everything went great, and that was the quinceanera. Without going too much into it, everything went great. You know what I'm saying? So that to me was the biggest thing. And now the quinceanera is over, and now I can just sit here and relax, because there was a lot of headache in making that quinceanera in the months that came. But yeah, so that was just my story. That was just my little story. I wanted to say it just to make sure that everybody was on page. But damn, I wasn't even in the chat. Yo, Jason, did somebody say dance? Dance emoji. Alternate Ron would be like, let me break it down for you, mom. Real shit. Not no alternate reality no more. It's not an alternate universe no more. That's reality now. All right, that's reality now. I did that shit, and I don't be dancing. I don't be dancing at all. But I was dancing up there. I mean, I know a couple moves. I mean, I didn't know them, but I did them. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't terrible. I know it wasn't terrible. I know it was grooving at least. I'm gonna see the video when the shit is all said and done. I'm gonna see the video and see how much I was grooving. Because literally everybody was like so happy that I was actually like getting up there and dancing. Because I know if I didn't dance, I know like my brother definitely would have danced. My older brother definitely would have danced. Well, I don't know my older brother, but like my brother would have danced, and then like the people wouldn't have been so inclined to go up there. So maybe that's just something I tell myself. I don't know, but either way, it worked out perfect. Everything's great. So that's all I'm saying. What's good, Zarfin? What's good? What's good, bro? I don't even know if I'm gonna play Persona today. You know what? We're gonna go to Marvel Rivals, bro. Yo, Jason, you still here, bro? Jason, you still here? We might just hop on Marvel Rivals, to be honest. I'm down to play some Marvel Rivals for a little bit if you want. Because, like, for as much... yeah, I'm down to play some Marvel Rivals. Yo, y'all want to see him play... Yo, Zarfin! You want to see him play Marvel Rivals, bro? I promise you, you're going to have a good time at Marvel Rivals. I'm going to hit up Gabe. Is Gabe up? Rivaling the Marvels now. No weighings. No weighings. No weighing. Well, Zorfin, if I don't see you, I'm just going to go off stream and play with them, to be honest. But I'm going to see y'all later. All right? That was just my little story. A little quinceanera story. I told Gabe we might play. All right, well, let me know. I may or may not stream that. Who knows? I might just not stream it, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm gonna go play some Marvel. Play Spider-Man. The city needs me. It needs Spidey. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later, bro.